Hi guys, so today I was going to talk about confidence in dating. So really for men, for the masculine side, confidence is critical in dating. So especially in approach, but also, in any kind of situation where you're on a date or speaking to women or even in a relationship. So, and confidence is key in many aspects of life. And one of the core things in confidence, one of the core aspects of confidence, I think what confidence is built on, in my opinion, is self-respect, self-caring. And what you think about yourself, other people pick up on, whatever is going on in your head about yourself, the person that you're with is going to pick up on that, one way or another. And even if you have deep beliefs about yourself that maybe you're not thinking of at the moment, that's still going to come across in an interaction, and you're still going to come across as less confident. So, and you want to be confident. People like to be around people who are confident, people who are decisive, people with good boundaries. We'll talk about some of those things later, but because then people feel safe and they feel like they know where they stand. And especially in a dating situation, if it's a man and a woman, the woman likes to feel safe. And she will be much more likely to feel safe if the man is confident, if he's grounded, and if he respects himself, if he cares about himself, right? And so not all of us, what if, you don't completely respect yourself? What if you have issues? And I'm sure almost all of us have something, right? So, what do you do? So what I have found, one of the keys to building self-respect, one of the first things to start with, if you haven't worked on this before, is, I know some of you probably know this, but negative talk. What are the thoughts going on in your head? What's going on during an interaction, during a conversation? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about the person you're talking to? Are you thinking about her? Or are you thinking about yourself? Are you worrying about yourself? Are you, oh, I didn't say the right thing, or what am I going to say next? And if you're thinking about what you're going to say next, and if you're worrying about what the other person thinks of you, it's shot. That does not show confidence. It means you're not very confident, right? So, and why are you doing that? Because you don't really have self-respect or self-love, you could even call it, right? So one of the things to do is just to pay attention to your self-talk. Pay attention to that little voice in your head that's going all day long of, oh, okay, I'm gonna get a bagel, and then I'm gonna go down the street. I gotta get gas, and then I'm gonna, meet somebody for coffee. That voice that's going on in your head all the time. So if that voice is saying negative things to you, negative things about yourself, and almost all of us do this, right? You might just drop a cup of tea in the on the floor, right? And you say, "Oh God, a stupid thing to do. I'm so stupid." So when you catch yourself doing that, saying, "Oh God, I'm so stupid. I'm such a klutz. So, oh God, I'm an idiot. I could have done better." We're saying things like this to ourselves all the time. I know most people are doing it all the time. There's a running commentary all day long about how we're inadequate, how stupid we are, how we're not doing things. We might not even think about it until we really start paying attention to our self-talk. Oh no, I think well of myself, you might think, but really start to pay attention to that self-talk and see if that little voice is telling you, oh God, I'm such an idiot. I'm so bad at this. I'll never be good at this. I'm terrible at this. I always drop the thing. Especially things like that. Oh God, I always screw it up. I always screw up. It doesn't even matter what it is. I always screw up the interaction. I always screw up the pot roast. Whatever it is you say to yourself. So a good thing to do is pay attention to that voice in your head. And when you catch yourself doing that, this is a good tool to use. First, correct it. Because say you drop your beer at the bar. Oh God, I'm such an idiot. People are going to think I'm a fool. Okay, stop. First thing to do is correct it. I'm such an idiot. Am I really an idiot? Do I have low intelligence because I dropped a beer? No, obviously not. So correct it in your head. Say, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not an idiot. I just dropped a beer. That's all I did was drop a beer. And so first correct it. Then what's good to do after that is say 2 positive things. You know, you can do it in your own head. You can do it out loud if you want to, if you happen to be alone. Say 2 positive things about yourself. Something you're good at, something you're proud of, to kind of put you back into a better space so that your emotions will balance a little more. And you can get out of that negative space. You can go into a positive headspace. So, you know, oh, but I'm a really good swimmer, and, you know, I'm always, you know, kind to cats, you know, whatever it is. So say 2 positive things. So just first is to just pay attention during the day. Be aware of what's going on in your head. What's that voice saying to you? Especially when something goes wrong. Especially when something goes wrong. Pay attention to what's the voice in your head saying. So that's the first step. Then next, if something negative comes up, first correct it. Then say 2 positive things about yourself. And, you know, see what happens from there. But I think you might be surprised to see the shift that could occur there. That's one good sign. I have a couple notes written down here. Here's another tool you can use, is that when emotions come up, this also can give us low self-confidence and low self-respect, is when we're not dealing with our own emotions, when we're not respecting our own emotions. If you don't respect your own emotions, like, so if anger comes up and you just got to shove it down and just get rid of it, you know, or if sadness wells up, you say, oh, I'm not going to think about that. I don't want to feel that way. Right? Well, I'll feel that way later, but I don't want to feel that way right now. Right? So if an emotion comes up that you don't like and you're shoving it down, right, or ignoring it, you know, you can repress your emotions or you can suppress them. Suppressing them is when you're aware they're coming up and you push it down, you know, get rid of it. And repressing them is when you're not even aware. So that's, as far as this tool goes, there's nothing you can do about that right now. But when you're suppressing emotions, it's good to be aware of it. So instead of suppressing the anger or sadness or whatever it is, what you can do is first be aware of it, and then just a good tool is to just let it be there. Just let it be there. Don't do anything to it. So don't try to get rid of it. Don't try to suppress it. Don't try. People can also go the opposite way with this, is kind of focus on it. You know, when they start working on being able to feel their emotions all the time, they'll focus on it. And you can actually pull it up that way and make it kind of exaggerated and make it worse. You can kind of dive into it. So don't do that either. So don't dive into it. Don't pull it up. Don't push it down. You know, just be aware of it. And just allow it to exist. And after you allow it to exist, then just see if you can let it, like, take a breath in and out. And when you let it out, just feel if you're letting out some of that emotion, right? Just let some of it out with a breath. And I think you might be surprised how this works too. Yeah. Try it, see how it works. And it's not going to necessarily, when you're letting some out with a breath, it's not like, you know, the emotion's going to disappear. But it should, you know, pay attention and see if it just takes the edge off. And then you can repeat it a few times, and it might take the edge down and down. And usually if you just allow it to exist, and maybe if you can let go of some of it, release some of it, you know, do some kind of emotional release. You can also do, you know, there's a lot of emotional release techniques out there, like Sedona method and others. So, but just, I think, exhaling and just having the intention to let some of the emotion go can help, right? And over some time, maybe, you know, I don't want to give you an exact period of time, but usually fairly quickly, when you allow an emotion and do that, it'll dissipate, you know, it'll go away. But this time, instead of being pushed down, and when you push the emotions down into your body, they don't disappear, they stay there. So that energy stays in your body, that emotion stays in your body. It actually gets stored. They've actually found that it gets stored in your muscle tissue and other tissues, your organs. So rather than having it do that, when you do this, then when it goes away, instead of when you just distract yourself and it goes away, it's stored in your body. If you do this and it goes, then when it's over, when it goes away, then it's actually gone. So now it's not stored in your body, and you're really helping yourself for future, whatever physical or emotional issues might come up as a result of that. So that can be really useful too. I think probably, yeah, I'm going to continue with this in the next video, but for now I think that's it. I think we'll do, I'll give you a couple more tips on how to respect yourself, how to do self-care, you know, how to care for yourself, or self-love, if you will. So that's about it for today, and I will see you next time. But remember to comment and ask questions. Fairly soon I want to do some videos where I'm answering people questions, so you know, feel free to put questions in there and we can address them in the next video. So, and you know, like, follow, comment as you will. All right, have a great day.